everybody, I'm Ben from the Bonehead podcast and welcome to Top 5 Friday. So every Friday we do a top 5 list based on the top 5 things of something from Blood Bowl. We may do some non-Blood Bowl ones every now and again, but for now we are spoilt for choice. So as this is going to be the last Top 5 Friday of the year, because of the way the year falls, we were finally going to see out 2020, although it has given us the new Blood Bowl edition, so that's quite good. So we're going to finish with a bang. We're going to go for top 5 star players in Blood Bowl 2020. At number 5, we have got Glorial Summerbloom. So when we look at these star players, we are going to look at their price. We are going to look at what they bring to the team and just the value and the power. So Glorial Summerbloom, I'm going to link the video above. You can see the star player spotlight. Click that there and you'll get the full breakdown of what she does. But basically Glorial is 150,000, which for a star player is seriously cheap. Glorial is so cheap you can realistically run her in a league. Now most of these star players on this list, we're kind of looking for tournament, or we're kind of looking for when things are really bad. But if you are an elf team, and she plays for all of the elf teams, and so that includes high elves from the teams of Legend PDF, 150k for a thrower is only 50k more than the most expensive thrower in any one of those teams. So 50k more, you get a star player. Now, downside to her, she is strength 2, but the reason she makes it into the top 5 is because she is probably the best passer in Blood Bowl. We've done that top 5. As a star player though, movement 7, which is what you want. Strength 2 doesn't matter when your job is to throw the ball. Agility 2+ is exactly what you want. Passing 2+ is exactly what you want. And armor 8+. Please don't get a hit. But the great thing about her is that she comes with accurate and pass. Sidestep does some stuff. Sure hands is great. Comes with dodge as well and loner 3+. So for 150k, you get exactly what you want out of a star player. We always talk about, actually, does the star player just help you win or does it enable your team? Sure hands, accurate, pass with a passer rating of 2+ means 1+ quick plus, 2+ short plus, and then 4+, 5+ further down. However, that doesn't really matter. What you're going to be using Glorial for is to swoop around with movement 7 and dodge on agility 2+, so she's going to be able to break free to make that pass, and then you are basically 1+, 2+ with a pass reroll to get that ball to one of your players. So whether that is in league for your player to get the touchdown and score the SPP, or whether that is in a tournament and you've got Resurrection and she is chucking that ball, she's moving 7 squares, then chucking it 6 squares with a 2+ with a reroll. Glorial Summerbloom is there to just fire up your offense. I was really pleased to see this. I mean, yeah, she's strength 2 and is likely to explode if you blow on her, but what a way to get elf teams who struggle to buy star players because of the TV bloat. I know it's terrible being an elf with your TV climbing, but actually giving them that star player thrower at a price that's way cheaper than the Swift Twins just is awesome, and that's why Glorial Summerbloom is my number 5 star player. Coming in at number 4, How the Mighty Have Fallen. We've got Roxanna Darknail. So Roxanna used to be an absolute power play of a star player for Amazons most often. With the adjustment of the keywords, so that Roxanna, who plays for Elven Kingdom Leagues, that's it. Amazons don't get her anymore. So basically, Roxanna took a hit with the fact that she can't be bought by a cheap team, and a further hit in the fact that passing got separated. So Roxanna used to be this Edge 5 beast in the in the game that was. Now she's taken a bit of a hit to her passing. However, she's still amazing. So 270k makes Roxanna one of the most expensive star players in the game. And she can only play for Elven teams, which means you are going to struggle like heck to get her into a roster. So for more detailed analysis of Roxanna, click above. You'll go to the star player spotlight for her. Now, you'll see from some of the tournament rosters that we've done for teams, I tried very hard to get Roxanna in most of them, but what it normally ends up being is just all linemen and Roxanna. Why would you consider doing that? Because she is an absolute star. So, movement 8, strength 3, agility 1+. So, she is a movement boosted and an agility boosted witch elf. Passing 4+ isn't the 1+ it used to be, so it took a bit of a hit there. Dodge, frenzy, jump up, juggernaut, loner 4+, which is exactly what you'd expect for stars, and leap. So she's got leap with agility 1, which means that she will often be doing the leap roll on a 2+, maybe even a 3+. Again, a bit of a nerf there. But she's still a movement 8 agility 1+ dodger with leap. Roxanna is amazing. Okay, so there is a special rule here. Once per game, Roxanna may attempt to rush 3 times rather than the usual 2. You may declare this after she's rushed twice. So she even gets 1 turn where she can run an extra 3 squares rather than the extra 2 normally. So Roxanna is still fantastic. She is still the rushing queen. What we've lost, however, is her ability to become a star thrower for Amazons. Quite frankly, she still sits very merrily in the top 5 for me. Number 3, we have got a newcomer. So landing in Spike 11, we have got Wilhelm Cheney. So no miniature is available for Wilhelm yet, so I'm using a G-Dub wolf dude, and you've got the little Wilhelm card there. So you can see the stats, which means I don't have to flick away, which is very useful. So Wilhelm Cheney, movement 8, strength 4, agility 3+, passing 4+, armor 9+, coming in at 220k, with catch, with claws, with frenzy, with wrestle, with regeneration, and loner 4+, and once per game when Wilhelm makes an injury roll against an opposing player, he may choose to re-roll the result. So, Wilhelm is absolutely in the top 5, and I've put him at number 3, and the reason I've put him at number 3 is because of what he brings to those teams. So he plays for Sylvanian Spotlight. Necromantic teams have a dearth of ball carriers. They've got ghouls, up to 2 ghouls, up to 2 werewolves. Everybody else is agility 4+. Having 2 werewolves is actually pretty great, so you'll find that the necromantic teams feel a lot faster than they really are. It's basically those guys at 8 and the 2 ghouls at 7. Necro teams are very expensive, so you will struggle to get all of those pieces in anyway. But what Wilhelm really brings, and why he is an absolute standout star for me, in fact a meta-changing standout star, is those teams that have a lack of speed, that have a lack of agility, get Wilhelm. So undead, you've got mummies, you've got zombies, the whites are good, the ghouls are good, but they are not strength 4 movement 8 players. This guy brings agility on a 3+, it brings speed with an 8, it brings strength with a 4+, and it's got frenzy, and he's got wrestle, and he's got catch. So when you do hand off the ball to Wilhelm, it's 3+ with a reroll. So he will be your stretch play, he will be your blitzer, he will be your ball carrier, and he will be your safety. Because quite frankly, frenzy strength 4 with wrestle is going to stop almost anyone in their tracks. Wilhelm allows the undead teams to have everything they could need to back up their team. Whether you're a necro team and you need a bit more muscle, Wilhelm. If you're an undead team and you need a bit of speed, Wilhelm. If you're vampires and you just need a reason to play vampires, Wilhelm. You know, and Khemri just need they need some agility and speed, Wilhelm. So this guy hits number 3 because every single team that can fit him in at 220, which isn't too bad, is almost an auto include. If you're looking at tournament builds, or you're looking at I've got to play up 250k in a league, Wilhelm is going to claw that back. Now in league you're going to struggle because Wilhelm is probably going to be a bit of an SPP hog, because quite frankly blitzing out of something with strength 4 and movement 8 is going to be pretty decent and scoring them their touchdowns. So Wilhelm may hurt your league development if he's running around doing star player things. But in a tournament, this guy is going to carry the day. So for me, Wilhelm Cheney is the number 3 star player. Number 2, we have got everybody's favourite bird lover. We have got Griff Oberwald. So he is ranked number 2 for me. And why is he ranked number 2? So Griff is an absolute boss. Griff very similarly to the last star player, does a little bit of everything and a little bit well. So, movement 7, strength 4, agility 2+, passing 3+, armor 9+. That is probably one of the best stat lines in this game. I'm a big fan of movement 8 over movement 7. However, agility 2+ is more valuable. Griff is the king of everything. Halfling Thimble Cup, old world classic. Griff can play for, I think, more star players than most other for more teams than most other star players. And when he does, he will change up that team because Griff can be everything. In a very similar way to Wilhelm Cheney, he's got the movement to be your star blitzer. He's got the strength to be your star blitzer or your star defender. He has got the agility to be the guy who gets the ball, the guy who hands off the ball. And quite frankly, with passing 3+, he's not terrible to do a quick pass with. Don't recommend it because 3+ will fail. But actually, you can still pull stuff off, and it gets better. He comes with block, he comes with dodge, he comes with fend. Not sure why, he just does. Loner 3+ as well, and sprint and sure feet. So Griff Oberwald is actually movement 10. He just is, because it's 2+ with a reroll baked in. It's a risk to take, absolutely sure, but dude, movement 10, strength 4, agility 2+. The only thing he doesn't have is leap, and that would be broken. So Griff works for every team. The downside to Griff is he is 280,000. So with the exception of Morg, he is the most expensive star player bracket. I think him and Varag are at 280 with Roxy at 270. So Griff is very expensive, but if you are 300k down in a tournament, if you can find him, you can hire him. So you will get Griff, and what you will get with Griff is somebody who can one-handedly, single-handedly win the game. But also, because of the skills, because of the ability and the presence and the agility, you're going to get a player that is able to just facilitate your team winning. Because a movement 7/10 strength 4 player with blodge is going to be fantastic, especially on 2+ agility, at being anywhere you want him to be. He will be able to punch almost anyone you need him to punch. And if you need him to run away at speed 10, he's going to be able to do that as well. Once per game, Griff may re-roll one dice that was rolled either as a single die roll, or as part of a multiple dice roll, or as part of a dice pool. This cannot be a dice that was rolled as part of armor, injury, or casualty roll. So once per game, he just gets automatic pro as well. So when I said that quick pass, actually, if you need him to make that quick pass, you can get the pass re-roll. If he does go down and fail your second sprint roll, you can use this and re-roll it. And with a loner of 3+, the new re-roll rule, where you can re-roll as many re-rolls as you have re-rolls in one turn, with the exception of re-rolling one dice once, actually makes star players even better. And Griff with loner 3+ means that you are going to be able to use re-rolls on Griff some of the time. Still risky. Griff is the ultimate eggs in one basket star player. But all the teams he plays with, he is going to unlock, he is going to create a threat, and he is just going to be everything. So the reason he gets a slight edge, and it is a slight edge over Wilhelm, I mean, the balancing point there is the cost, actually. But sprint sure feet basically makes him movement 10 more reliably than Wilhelm. He's got the same strength, but he's got a better agility, and he's got blodge, which means that if you want to be the ball carrier with Griff, no one's taking him down. Not at strength 4. If you get a single support, he's basically going to be safe, and then they need to natural pow him, probably on a 2-die up block. That is why he is so effective, and you can't even frenzy him because he's got fend. So for me, Griff Oberwald is one of the best star players in the game. Not quite the best, but he's way up there, and the reason he isn't quite there is because of that price cost. Number 1, we have got Hackflem Shuttle Spike, star player linked above. Hackflem is just a strength 3 gutter runner with some other stuff, okay? But he is the biggest game changer in Blood Bowl 2020. Not for Skaven teams, for Chaos teams, for Nurgle teams, for Chaos Renegade teams, for Chaos Dwarf teams, for teams that struggle with speed and agility. Hackflem can be yours for a teeny tiny price of 180k. This guy is 30k more than a Minotaur. And he comes in at movement 9, strength 3, agility 2+, passing 3+. He even passes well. Armor 9+ means that if he gets caught, he's going down. But he's got dodge, which means if they do catch him, it's going to be harder to knock him down. So it also comes with loner 4+, which is exactly what we expect. Prehensile tail, so if you do tag someone with him, they're going to have an additional minus to bounce away. But the key thing here is that he gets 2 heads and extra arms. So when we look at that stat line, 9, 3, 2+, 3+, 8+, actually he's agility 1+ for catching, 1+ for picking up the ball, and 1+ for dodging. And 1+ for catching. So Hackflem's Shuttle Spike is the ultimate scoring threat in this game. And agility 2+, +1 for heads, and dodge means he's 1+ dodging into places. And at strength 3, if you need to send him on a suicide blitz for 1 dice if you've got a reasonable cage, you can actually do it. Don't recommend, because that's not what Hackflem is here for. And there's more. Okay, so once per game, if a teammate in an adjacent square to Hackflem is in possession of the ball when Hackflem is activated, that player can immediately be knocked down, and Hackflem may take possession of the ball. No turnover is caused as a result of this. So if you are going for a stretch play, you don't even need to hand off to him, even though he catches on a 1+. You don't even need to throw it to him, even though he catches on a 1+. You just go and stand next to him. He'll knock your guy down, sure. You got to roll for armor. Maybe that's bad. You do that, but he just gets the ball automatically. And then when he's 1+ dodging away, you've got the ultimate scoring threat. So he is just a strength boosted gutter runner with several great skills. Okay, let's take that plus a special power that is just going to be really, really, really useful. But the reason he is number 1 is because every team he goes on immediately gets really dangerous. So Skitter Stab was one of the top players in the game that was, and the reason for that is because it gave somebody an edge for movement 9 option. Hackflem does that, but now he plays for more teams than you would expect. Okay, so he is a Chaos star player in a Skaven body. Skaven have got gutter runners for days. Underworld have now got gutter runner for days. But all of the teams that Hackflem plays for are getting a strength boosted gutter runner for 180k, which is actually 10k more than that would actually be. Well, a little bit more, but not by much. So 100k. He is just value. He is significantly cheaper than if you built that star player. We always look at star players historically and we've said, yeah, they get about 50k overcosted to make them work, but he's just undercosted by like 100k. 180 means you can fit him into any team. Favored of and Underworld challenge. So he can be taken by an absolute ton of teams. Underworld, Snotling, Skaven, and then Nurgle. That's right, Nurgle as well. No humans, none of those guys. Underworld challenge, he gets taken by Goblin teams as well, and Chaos Renegades, and Chaos. So he gets taken by an absolute ton of teams that don't have access to this, and this is for me why he is number 1 star player in all of Blood Bowl, is because he provides that angle for a very reasonable cost and just makes every team absolutely dangerous. You take him on a Chaos team, your Chaos team just has to do that thing that Chaos do, which is kill stuff. And you've just automatically got a scoring threat all day long. There are some other great star players that you've got to give a shout out to, and quite frankly, I'm a big fan of almost every star player with the exception of Gretchen. You know, Grack and Crumbleberry didn't make it to this list because while they are fantastic value for 250k, you get an Ogre and a Halfling with sure hands, they just don't individually make the team so much better. They don't individually make the game so much more risky. Might have to do a star player list that just focuses on teams that enable on stars that enable the teams, because Acorn deserves a mention as well. There are so many good star players in this edition, but these 5 are going to be the ones that when your opponent drops them down on the other side, you need to worry. And that's quite exciting, and that's kind of what star players should be. So the cheapest one, Glorial 150, awesome star player. The second cheapest, Hackflem, the number 1 star player. Anyway, guys, I'm going to disappear now. Please let me know in the comments what you think of the star players, what your top picks would be, because I am I'm expecting to see all these guys at tournaments, and quite a lot of them. I am going to go away now, and I will see you again later for some more Blood Bowl. Thanks for watching.